Okay, we're back for another episode of Feel the Mix with Jaimeson Durr. That's me. Um, we're looking at the same song here, No Skin on Your Soul, from our drum habit recording video. I'm going more in depth in the mix. We talked about how I mixed the drum tracks here, and we talked about some of the instruments that I mixed as well, going through roughly some of the instruments, and then more on the vocals since that's a little more involved. I'm gonna dive in and kind of do more of a final mix on this and kind of show some tweaking that I'm doing instead of focusing on any specific instrument and just kind of on the general whole mix. I think we got everything sounding pretty good. Now it's time to get in and dig in and do some fun stuff. Probably automate some stuff and make it a little more exciting. Everything's in a good place, like I said. It's like it sounds good, balanced mix, but now it's time to feel it. Let's see if I really feel this mix, and I feel like it's getting there, but we got to push a couple things here and there and balance stuff and really hear it. So uh, I'm gonna just be kind of tweaking things, and I may or may not talk about it, but you can just kind of watch and listen. And if I discover something cool, I'll stop and explain it. But otherwise, I'm going to kind of do my thing, and you can watch and listen. So let's go from the top here.
Shaking my soul, staying true to you. Taking a slow ride. Oh, I'm making the show to get through to you. We are the sum of our souls tonight. Oh, welcome my hands to keep.
Kind of sounds like in this intro sample bit, there's a lot of the same elements mixed into this. Kevin may have sent me the split out on that, but I'm kind of liking the way that's sounding, even though it kind of just doubles up all the other instruments. But that's okay because this happens when the vocals aren't playing. So something kind of has to take its place. If you have a vocal there and then the vocals aren't playing, something kind of needs to take the center stage to kind of fill that space. Otherwise, it kind of feels a little empty and flat, like you're kind of missing something there. I'm trying to kind of keep the excitement going. It's like, here's the vocals, here's another instrument soloing, here's vocals again. Oh, here's a break. Let's maybe break it down, or bring in some other cool instruments or something you haven't heard. So I'm going to kind of be going through and just kind of playing with that. So I'm just going to go at the end of this verse here and see what happens.
We are the sum of our souls tonight. Oh,
I feel like I want to turn that thing up a little bit. Make sure our speakers are muted so you don't hear it in my talking microphone. So I'm kind of liking this. Where was it? This. Go back to the bridge. Yeah, that's in this mix too here. And he's got some effects on there, and I think I might want to play with that some more. So I think what I'm going to do for these key instruments, so like on guitars, let me see if I'm showing this in my view here. Actually, it's a little out of the view. We'll add those back in. For guitars, I usually have their own effects here. They're all turned off. Let me make those active. So in the guitar room here, or in the guitar group, I put effects in there so that everything kind of still self-contained within this guitar group. Um, but there's just one guitar in here, and I think it probably already has the effects built into it, which is totally cool. I'm digging like what he's already got there, and I could add more, but looking at all my sends here, they're all turned down, so I'm sending nothing to that. But I feel like these synths, they might need a little something, and I could borrow from those effects, or I could make my own effects within the keyboard group here too. And that might be a cool, fun thing to show on how to keep that organized. Usually like to just do individual sends off these instead of off the whole group because I might want to do effects differently. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all these, and then I'm going to hold Shift Option, which does the same thing to everything selected. And I'm going to create a new send. So I'm going to go down to New Track, and I'm going to make a stereo aux input, and I'm going to just call this maybe Key Effects. Okay, so that's going to make a send. Already called that and put it on all the tracks, and then it already gives me a return right here. I'll just go ahead and put that on the top. But I need to change that output because it's defaulting to main out, and I want it to go to the keys output so it all stays self-contained. And lately I've been using a Waves plugin, this CLA Epic, because this has got a bunch of effects in one. Although I'm going to check out some other stuff that he's got. Let's see, CLA effects. Okay, that's going to be a little bit more generic there. But let's see what that's got in it. It might have what I need. I'm just going to solo up this whirly thing. I got this one. So I got my send here. I'm just going to put this in this view so we can see it all. Well, that's cool. It's got delay. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go to his Epic thing because that's got a bunch of plugins in one, and I think I showed that on a past episode, and it's got reverbs and delays, and he's got all kinds of presets. Since I'm not using this as an insert, I'm going to turn this wet dry thing up to 100, and I'm going to lock that. So whatever setting I change, it's going to stay there. What do we got? We got a ton of artists in here. Unfortunately, they didn't ask me to make a preset for this one, so I'm not in this. But is there anybody in here that I do know? Which I like their mixes. There's a few people in here. Michael Brower always has like cool stuff. I mean, CLA invented this. Let's see what he's got here. I'm going to do, Club Gig, Piano Man. Let's try Club Gig. Let's see what this is. And I'm going to just use my send here. We can pop it out like that so we can see what I'm doing on this. That's actually kind of the sound I'm looking for. So Club Gig preset works for me. Okay, let's try that. Right now I just have this sending on this whirly thing, so let's see what that sounds like with the mix. Does the organ need some of that? Let's see. Maybe just a little bit. And then let's see if this Wurlitzer needs something. It's got some cool stuff on it, but let's turn it up, see what it sounds like. Maybe just a little bit. All right, cool. Let's see what this sounds like in the mix. It's sounding a little bit more exciting here. me see. I got a little EQ on this. I'm just kind of cutting out some low mids. I thought it was sounding kind of muddy. Add a little bit of compression here. Not much. I may turn down this intro sample thing here because it's something clashing in there to my ears. I'm just turning everything up here on this keys track.
Shaking my soul, staying true to you. I'm taking a slow ride. Oh, I'm making the show to get through to you.
What that would sound like with a little more delay on it. Let me see here. I got D for delay here. Here, let me switch windows so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to my sends on this track here.
Shaking my soul, staying true to you. Shaking my soul, staying true to you. I'm taking a slow ride. Oh, I'm making the show to get through to you. We are the sum of our souls tonight. Oh, shaking my soul, staying true to you. I'm taking a slow ride.
I think I'm going to add some more feedback or decay.
I'm making the show to get through to you. We are the sum of our souls tonight. Oh,
Let's solo that up and see what that sounds.
shaking my soul, staying true to you.
You know what? Maybe I want quarter notes.
I'm shaking my soul, staying true to you. I'm taking a slow ride. Oh,
Might try another style here. I'm a fan of the Memory Man. Let's try that. A little more darker decay.
I'm shaking my soul,
Modulation.
staying true to you. I'm taking a slow ride. Oh,
Can go in here and I can edit that some more. I can give it some more depth. Ah, it's a little weird.
souls tonight. Oh,
Maybe a little less on the decay. Let's hear that in the mix.
shaking my soul, staying true to you. I'm taking a slow ride. Oh, I'm making the show to get through to you. We are the sum of our souls tonight. Oh,
Just slightly less. We might blow it up more on the chorus here. See where that's coming up. Oops, where'd my window go? Hey, Pro Tools, where you at?
I'm taking a slow night. Oh, I'm stretching out my poor view of you. We are the sum of our souls tonight. Oh, your skin and your soul ain't full of a perfect pair with my own. There's nothing left that's in the ever behold. Listening though, 'cause you get me high, singing down low. There's no stealing your soul. There's no stealing your soul.
For some reason I seem to have lost my windows. Okay, yeah, here's my edit window here. Put That's flipped. And I got no mix window. There it is. Oh, I see. My edit and my mix window are on the same side. So let's switch that. There we go. So this should be over here. My other window. And then let's see, where is the edit window? Let's show that. Where are you? Something seems to have gone haywire here. Sorry for the technical dilemma here. Okay, Pro Tools, where did you go? Where did all my windows go? They're all gone now. Maybe close window. Maybe we need edit window. Aha. Okay, edit window is back. And then mix window is where? Ah, there it is. Okay, we're back. Do a couple, just send less delay. Pre-chorus. Well, this is the chorus. Play that chorus again. Do more effects. More reverb. Slap back delay. See if we got epic. With all the compression, I'm hearing these breaths and they're kind of distracting me. So I'm gonna edit those like we did the verse vocals. So let's maybe solo these up here and do a little cleanup work. Might use our good old friend Strip Silence here and start stripping some of that stuff out. I'm gonna full frame this. I could do a little better at that. Let's try lowering the threshold here or raising it. Yeah, maybe something like that. I'll start with that. Strip that. I don't know what this garbage is on the end here, but let's get rid of that. And let's solo these. Yeah, that first one. That's like 6 breaths all at once. That's a little much for me. So let's just kind of dovetail that in.
Your skin and your soul make forever perfect pair with my own.
Let's hear that in the mix.
Your skin and your soul make
Yeah, there's a kind of a gap silence there, so instead of having a breath in that silence, I think that we should just cut that out because it's a little distracting.
your skin and your soul make forever perfect pair with my own. Some people have danced and will never be home. I hate listening low 'cause you get me high when you're singing down low.
I'm hearing this Wurlitzer a little too much in this section here, so I think that needs to come back a little.
Taking us all night. I'm stretching out wide for a view of you.
Gotta leave room for the cowbell.
We are the sum of our souls.
Might have to just maybe EQ this keyboard a little bit, so let me solo this up. And let's put on my favorite SSL plugins in there is the CLA Mix Hub. And that's usually around 200 or 300. We can actually use this button here, and when I click on this, I'll hear the frequency I want to cut. Yep, it's always around 200-300. Didn't need to use that, but I'm showing y'all's what I'm doing. Because I feel like the bass and the drums has got that frequency covered. It's a little crunchy, but I think that's what Kevin wanted. Let's add a little compression to that. Maybe a fast attack. I may do a low pass filter on that to cut off the high end. If you need more, I'll just turn down the high shelf. Maybe we'll add a little mid-range. Let's bypass that. I could add a little mic gain to add a little more grit to that. Nothing wrong with that. Lower that a little bit so we can balance the volumes. Oh yeah, I think it's going to make it cut through the mix a little bit more, so let's hear that in the mix.
Taking us all night. I'm stretching out wide for a view of you. We are the sum of our souls tonight. Your skin and your soul make forever perfect pair with my own. Some people have danced and will never be home. I hate listening low 'cause you get me high when you're singing down low. Low skin on your soul. Low skin on your soul.
Ooh, I like the piano in this break section here, so let's hear what that's doing. Oh, that's cool. I like that delay thing he's got on it. What does it sound like if we added our thing? Maybe not so much, but I like our little effects. Give it some widen and depth. Let's add the CLA on that too and see what that's doing here. Add a little compression. Do we need the blue stripe? Oh, that's kind of fun. I'm going to clear some low mids out of that. Come back to me. Okay. Let's do that with and without. Bypassed. And add some mid-range. Okay, cool. Let's hear that in the mix, with and without. Okay, yeah, that's making it blend much better, and then I can hear this organ in there too. Let's hear those together. Well, that's going to need a little CLA too, so let's bring him up in there too and get him a little more of that. I'm going to... try some extra wide on that. It's kind of cool. And we got a little effects on that. We can add a little more. Let's hear that in the mix. Let's go out of the chorus into that. Ooh, Kevin's got some cool shit going on that. A little less compression. Extra wide. Almost helps it. I'm going to narrow it in a little bit. Then let's see what that sounds like in the mix. Okay, I think we need to add some fun to this. He's got some stuff. I'm going to try adding a little more epic. A little slap back from me. Add some more reverb. What reverb we're using? 480L? Yeah. Last breakdown chorus.
Your soul, no skin on your soul, soul, souls.
Awesome. Is that mixed into this vocal here?
No skin on your soul, 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 no skin on your soul.
It is. More delay. Okay, guitar solo. This is going to be one of those things where I'm going to cut this because I want to boost it up. So we're just going to duplicate this track. I'm going to hold Option and unselect all that because I just want inserts and sends. And then I'm going to copy this, hit B on my keyboard and drag that down. And I'm going to call this guitar solo. I'm going to save it in my presets scene here. Just going to click edit and do that. That's so that when I recall my guitar bass keys window, that will come up as a new track. Okay, so let's maybe crank this up a little bit. Let's see, what do we got in there? That's pretty cool. He's got some effects on it. I think I'm going to use the CLA on this because it has some features that I like. I like to give it a little bit more drive from the preamp. So I think it could be a little bit more nasty. Might change this to the blue. And let's see what we can get out of that. I'm going to show you another trick that I can do that I've been doing lately. Let's nuke that back, and this is pretty much neutralized here. Is that it's a pretty clean guitar, and I think I might want a little more gain out of it. So I'll add a guitar amp simulation to it, and why not just use the product that I was involved in from IK Multimedia from the Tonex brand. And in here, we're going to check out the Hyde St Studio Amp Locker. And so what we got below here is all the amps that I modeled from Hyde St. We have about, I don't know, 20-ish amps in there, it looks like. We could look at other collections too, but we're just concerned about this one. I was going to see if there was a shortcut to get to the store on that so you could see that, but that's okay. I'll just pull up a web browser here and we'll just do a new page and go to IK Multimedia. I'm going to show you that here, and we're going to go to products, and we're going to go to guitars, and let's do amps. I believe this is the right category here. Well, they have physical amps that they sell. Actually, I probably want to do software, right? Okay, so this is all their software. Tone X. Got a bunch of other people that they've done. They've got Gus G, Tone Asylum, Alex Lifeson from Rush. What else they have? Joe Satriani. Yeah, I recorded his amps too, or modeled his amps. I did those all at Sammy Hagar's studio, and um, Sammy Hagar will have his own amp package coming out too that I was involved in. But this is what I'm talking about is Hyde Street Amp Locker. And so they have some models of the amps I did here. And if you care, you can go to this page, and I've got a little nice quote right here. And there's me, and you could watch the video of me talking about all the amps in the studio, which is pretty cool. Got to do some up in my room and do some down in Studio A. So they all have, it's all recorded through the gear there at the studio, all the nice preamps and stuff. And that says there, that I use the Neve stuff and some Cappy API stuff. So yeah, a lot of good tones in there. So we're going to go through and look at those. Let me switch back over to Pro Tools now and look at that. So here's our Hyde Street Amp Locker. And so I'm going to try some of these models on top of what's there because it's a pretty clean guitar. So I'm going to see what happens if we add a guitar model to it here. So here's that guitar here. I'm going to cut it a little closer there, and let's listen as I go through these different tones. I'm just going to bypass these guys here. Well, probably not a Marshall. Let's find something a little cleaner. Let's go with the Milkman. It's kind of a Fender-like amp. That sounds cool. Let's turn it off. Yeah, a little cooler with it on. It does put it in mono, but that's okay. I'm going to add stuff. I can add my own reverb from here, too, if I want. Turn that on. There's a room reverb here. Ooh, I like that. It's got a little bit of a bite to it. I might try to bring the treble down a little bit. We can add more gain. Let's hear it without. Oh. Let's hear it in the mix. Nice, and without. Kind of gets lost in there. Needs a little oomph into it. So we're using this Milk Dude Clean, which is, I think, the amp right there on the cover. Yeah, it's me twiddling the knob there with the Milkman amp. It's a pretty cool amp that we like to use in the studio. I think it's got 2 10s in it. Really cool sounding amp. And then I'll run it into this into the CLA plugin if it decides to show up here. Gotta always remember to hit save. Hopefully it will save. I think maybe it's just having trouble getting to that thing. Let's see if we can play it anyways, though. Nope, it's going to stop. Well, we will come back and continue this.